Hansel and Gretel, the Forest Adventure. Once upon a time, there was a poor woodcutter who lived at the edge of the big, dark forest. He had two children, Hansel, the clever old brother, and Gretel, the sweet and resourceful young sister. The family had very little to eat, and one harsh winter, the woodcutter's wife said, "We can no longer feed the children. We must leave them in the forest." The woodcutter didn't want to do it, but he finally agreed. Hansel and Gretel overheard the plan. "Don't worry," Hansel whispered to his sister. "I'll think of something." That night, he sneaked outside and filled his pockets with small white stones that gleamed into the moonlight. The next day, the parents led the children deep into the forest. As they walked, Hansel secretly dropped the white stones behind him to mark the path. When the parents left them alone, the children waited until the moon rose. The stones sparkled, lighting the way back home. But soon after, the parents tried again. This time, Hansel couldn't gather stones, so he crumbled his bread and left pieces along the path. But when the children tried to follow the trail, they discovered birds had eaten every crumb. Lost and hungry, Hansel and Gretel wandered deeper into the forest. Just when they were about to give up, they saw something amazing. A little house made entirely of candy. The walls were chocolate, the roof was sugar icing, and the windows were clear candy. "It's a dream come true," Gretel said. The children ran to the house and began nibbling. Just then, the door cracked open and an old woman appeared. She looked kind and inviting them inside. "Come on in, little ones. You must be starving," she said, offering them a table full of delicious food. Hansel and Gretel happily followed her. But the old woman was not as kind as she seemed. She was a wicked witch who had built the candy house to trap children. The moment they stepped inside, she slammed the door. "Now you are mine," she chuckled. She locked Hansel in a cage and made Gretel do all the chores. "When Hansel is fat enough, I'll cook him into a delicious meal," she said. Hansel, however, was clever. Each day, the witch checked if he was getting plump by feeling his finger. But Hansel held out a thin bone instead, and the witch, who had poor eyesight, thought he was still too skinny. After weeks of waiting, the witch grew impatient. "Fat or not, I'll cook you tomorrow," she snapped. She ordered Gretel to prepare the oven, but Gretel had her own plan. "I don't know how to light it," she said. "Can you show me?" The witch huffed and bent over the oven. Quick as lightning, Gretel pushed her in and slammed the door shut. The witch screamed, but Gretel had trapped her for good. Gretel freed Hansel, and together they explored the witch's house. They found chests filled with gold, jewelry, and treasures. "We can use this to help Papa," Hansel said. They filled their pockets and set off into the forest. After walking for hours, they saw a familiar path and heard a voice calling their names. It was their father, who had been searching for them. Overjoyed, the three hugged, and Hansel and Gretel shared their treasures. From that day on, they never went hungry again. The woodcutter promised never to leave them, and they lived happily ever after, far away from the witch's house.